Recording in progress.
Right, I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order. It's September 22nd. It's a regular select board meeting and we'll have a public hearing for the general assistance ordinance. As always, we'll start by Ken rise and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay, the first item of business is a public hearing. We have to adopt the 2025, 2026 general assistance overall maximums. It is presented to us by the state, but we need to have a public hearing. Becky, would you like to?
Sure. This is annually this is done, goes into effect on October 1st. These maximums are figured with cost of living raises and things like that. So what it pertains to is if someone's coming in and applying for general assistance, it's the guidelines for which I go by to see what need they have and what's unmet and what we might be able to do to assist them with general assistance.
Are there any questions from the public about general assistance, the maximums, what the state allows us to use to help people who request general assistance? Any questions at all? Then I move we adopt the, we can't.
It's the first order of business in the regular meeting to adopt it.
So I'm going to move that we come out of the public hearing and move into our regular meeting. Next item of business is fiscal year 26 AP warrant number 9 in the amount of $665,947.21.
I move to approve fiscal year 26 AP warrant 9 in the amount of $665,947.21.
I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to approve fiscal year 26 AP warrant number 9 in the amount of $665,947.21. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, motion carries. Next item is the payroll journal number 113 in the amount of $9,483.43.
I move that we approve payroll journal number 113 in the amount of $9,483.43.
I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to approve payroll journal number 113, in the amount of $9,483.43. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Next item in business is the select board meeting minutes for September 8th, 2025.
Move that we approve the select board meeting minutes from September 8th, 2025 regular meeting.
I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of September 8th, 2025 regular select board meeting. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, motion carries. Next item on the business is public comment on non-agenda items. This is an opportunity for any resident of the town of Powell to step forward and be heard by the select board. Are there residents that would like to be heard by the select board at this time? Seeing none, I'll move to the next order of business, department head reports. Department head reports can be viewed on the respective website pages. Go to the department, click on that, and the department head report is there. Is there any question for the department heads that are currently here, which are all three? Kate? I have none either. You have anything to report out? The select board member. Next item on the business is new business, general assistance ordinance and maximum adoption. I'll entertain a motion, Kate.
I move that we approve the general assistance ordinance and maximums adoption.
I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to approve the general assistance ordinance and maximums adoption. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Next item of business is request for proposal draft, sand and salt shed. Becky.
So I emailed you out a draft copy and you have printed copies of a potential RFP to have someone give us a cost to do an assessment and remediate the 3 bullet points in the AE Hodgson report. It also includes all the pictures that were taken.
Thank you. Hey, would you have any discussion about this RFP, or would you move to approve the RFP and have it sent out for bid?
I would move to approve the RFP for the sand and salt shed inspection and remediation as submitted.
I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to approve the RFP for the sand and salt shed inspection and remediation. With thanks to Becky. Nice job. You've been done. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Thank you, Becky, for getting that out so quickly.
You're welcome. I will get that posted up on MMA and I'll have Jaylene get it out on the website tomorrow.
And they're due November 20th, right?
Yes.
You don't sign card.
Nope.
Perfect. Next item on business is town sign replacement. I'm assuming this is the,
Donated town sign that were taken, you were going to contact Mr. Blackstone. I did ask the road commissioner to find out if we had any extra. He was going to look this afternoon, but I don't know if he had a chance. He didn't have a chance, yeah, to look, so.
so those signs were special order from the Redmond. They're fairly expensive. So we could move to approve $1,000 and replace that sign. Or we could try to, I don't know how the welcome to Powell sign was stolen.
Yeah.
Um,
Just one.
just one. Along with other signs. I don't know how to, whether it's prudent to continue to replace it, it's gonna get stolen again.
Was my understanding, there has been some other signs stolen around town, not welcome to Pownell, but street signs. So it seems to be something going on in the last couple of weeks. Some of the speed limit sign has been replaced, I think, since that one was taken, but.
My question would be, is it something that may turn off?
Well, the post and the sign is gone, so I'm not quite sure.
What,
Could be at the bottom of Runaround Pond.
or what condition it will be if it did find its way, left on the side of the road, could be in really banged up condition at that point.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna recommend that we put on the website that the sign has gone missing. Let's not imply that.
Sure.
And that the residents of Pownell, especially North Pownell, are having a hard time deciding whether they're in Pownell or not. And with the person who might know where the sign is, replace it. Let's just try that rather than spend $1,000.
Mhm.
And I have notified the Redmen, and they, of course, are in their way upset. So I don't know how to anchor. I'm worried about the current climate, and we're just going to take one stop sign, and then we're going to be in real trouble. So, hey, would you agree to put out a "Where's Waldo" on the website and see if we get any response?
Yes, I think it's prudent to do that and see if anybody steps up and.
I will ask our deputy clerk to do a little write-up.
And if the deputy clerk could also just put a missing sign up on the door, like they would for a dog, lost cat or dog.
Should be happy to make a door sign.
Does that sound like the first step? And I don't think we have money in the budget to replace the donations. Like start a GoFundMe.
We have a sign expense line, but that's for specific uses through the budget year, not for replacing donated signs,
We, general assistance.
I guess. Make an appointment.
All right. All right, the next item is land available for purchase. Becky, you want to start off on that?
So we discussed 2 weeks ago in executive session about the possibility of 2 parcels in town becoming available for town purchase, and you wanted to report out in the regular meeting now of those 2 parcels.
So the Blackstone property on the corner, a tentative, a suggestion of a purchase price was presented to the select board. And the west property on the Elmwood Road is for sale, and the owners have suggested they may be interested in having a conversation about that. So I would just want to report out, so that it's not a secret negotiation, and that we should probably consider whether or not the town would like to put a warrant item on the next town meeting, since we don't have that kind of money floating around in our petty cash. So the discussion in public should be, is it wise to pursue one, both, none of those parcels?
I think it's a good idea to find out more about both.
In terms of more about, what do you mean?
Investigate, find out the potential for both properties as they exist at the moment and what the cost may be.
Okay, well, the suggested price for the Blackstone property was $400,000. So I think it is what it is. The possible uses would be potentially to incorporate it into the public works. The west side is a larger piece of property, centrally located. We haven't talked price yet. Yes.
What kind of acres are you talking about for both properties? Blackstone property?
I would be in error if I said I knew exactly. The Blackstone lot is this corner lot here where the garage is. So the specifics haven't really been discussed.
It includes his property, or I mean, his building?
Yes.
Oh,
So it's just that one corner.
yeah.
And the west property, 21 acres.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt? Can we have you come up? Because the recording does not catch you guys in the audience. I was trying to catch sorry to interrupt, but we're having problems with hearing the audience and the recording for everybody.
Susan Peters, Allen Road. With the Economic Development Committee that's been going for a few years now, trying to get the development of this area, why would the town want to purchase that versus putting tax money in potential business?
Well, I think there's a number of reasons. I think a potential solution to less expensive solution to a public works facility would be one. We'd be remiss in not looking at that if it were less expensive than current. I think select board members, we have an obligation to do what's best in the best interest of the town. That's a very, my perspective, and I am certainly not a real estate speculator but certainly a integral part of the downtown. Having been approached by the owner, had to include it in my correspondence since that can't have any private dealings, so that's just, we're right at the beginning. So we should, and we should probably wait for George's return because it's kind of a big question and I think that, you know, the public would certainly want to get involved in discussing and I'm just, you know, not sure where the owners are in terms of immediacy of neither property is listed yet. But anyway, it's now public. I don't have the onus of having talked to owners in private. I had to make sure I made it. So can we table the discussion till next meeting? I will, if you have any questions about the properties, perhaps you could write them down and give them to me and I'll make sure that I get the specifics. I'm not sure about the west property, how specific I can get, but I'll ask.
So is that something I would do in an email before the next meeting or wait till the next meeting?
I think you should wait till the next meeting and I will anticipate all your questions. Hopefully we'll connect the dots. We can't do anything about that through email.
Can you elaborate one more
Shauna, can you come to the microphone?
My name is Shauna Thurber. Can you reference the two properties? I understand you've gone into detail about this property, which one that is, but the second one, can you just reference that property location again, please?
Sure. It is the West Manufacturing site opposite the school, next to the cemetery. I think it's next to some Royal River Land Trust land. That,
Thank you.
yeah. I don't know if we can do anything else or should we? I mean, I think it's important. It's an important discussion to have. It's on us to get some more specifics. I'll ask both owners if they'd like to come to the next meeting. How would that?
I would say just in no way at all is this a foregone conclusion. This is just the early stages of getting some information about both properties since it's been mentioned that they may be going to the town.
Has it been presented as a foregone conclusion? Didn't want to mislead anybody. Okay. So I'll invite the prospective sellers and see
Okay.
if they'd be willing to come. Okay. Next item on the agenda, impact fees ordinance edits.
So when we talked at the last meeting, I had presented that Ben Smith from North Star was working on the methodology and the equation portion, but he had asked, do we want them to continue to be a standalone ordinance or include them in our land use ordinance? Our code enforcement officer thought if it's coming across his desk or going before the planning board, it should be in the land use ordinance. So we tabled it just so you could have further thought. I think you wanted to have a conversation with Tim regarding that. So we're just back to having discussions.
Well, so I did have that conversation and I really think it should be in the land use. I think it's, you know, it's an integral part of our zoning. So I think current code enforcement officer would agree. Kate?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so that's the way we'll move forward and the swine herding and the chicken refuse standalone ordinance. Standalone. Yes.
Jesse Peters, Allen Road. The draft ordinance available for viewing?
No, not yet. No.
He's just started his edits.
Okay,
This is just trying to have some clarity onto onto where the ordinance would fit in the overall municipal picture. So
Okay,
he's just trying to actually, sheepish saying this, to put our impact fee ordinance into compliance with the state.
okay, understood. I hope the board would take in consideration the allocation of the impact fees and look and see if they're fair.
That was the whole impetus of,
Okay. All right, thank you.
I will notify Ben tomorrow.
great.
On
And
that
if he
direction.
has any other questions, then he can buy me lunch somewhere. Okay, next item is the abatement account number 848. This is an abatement from Ronald and Patricia Hodgson, 859 Lawrence Road, Pownell, Maine, as custom, needs to be read aloud. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Hodgson, this is in response to your request for an abatement on your property located at 857 Lawrence Road and identified as map 3, lot 43. Thank you for taking the time and allowing an interior inspection of your property. I reviewed the information provided, and I have changed the assessment of this parcel based on the current use. In the town of Pownell, all properties have a base lot of 2.7 acres, which is valued at $78,000, with undersized lots such as yours reduced accordingly. I have reviewed the land valuations of comparable properties and find the same methodology was used on all of the lots. Your building has been assessed for community use, which I have now changed to an average quality storage building with heat and an average condition for its age. When an assessment is complete, the purpose is to arrive at an equitable value for the taxpayer and therefore a fair distribution of the property tax. This means that the market analysis completed prior to your purchase will not be considered when arriving at the new valuation due to the fact that the properties used are not in Pownell, and this sale went to you as an abutter and therefore are not considered an arm's length transaction. Changing the use of the building results in a reduction of value of $9,600 or $146.88 of taxes. It'll be my recommendation to the Select Board of Assessors, that this abatement be granted at the September 22nd, 2025 meeting.
We'll move that we grant this abatement to Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Hodgson, located for the property located at 857 Lawrence Road, identified as map 3, lot 43.
It's the amount of $146.88 in taxes.
To the amount of $146.88 in taxes.
I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to issue a certificate of abatement to Ronald and Patricia Hodgson at 857 Lawrence Road for the total amount of $146.88 in taxes. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries. That'll be, you need to sign that. Next item of business is RFP, Future Facilities Committee.
Want me to talk about it?
Please.
Okay. The Future Facilities Committee has submitted an RFP for civil engineering and landscape design services based off our June town meeting warrant articles passing. This is a proposed draft with all the timelines, all the details basically that they're asking and requiring. The one piece is the date that they would submit to the select board for the final award would fall right around the December 22nd meeting, which it's a hit or miss whether we have that meeting right now. So we've kind of left that to be determined based on what business we have to take care of the week of Christmas.
Okay.
Did I miss anything? Okay.
So all we need is a commitment to that meeting.
Well, you're approving the RFP and we can either edit it later to include a date or we can leave it to be determined. And when we get closer, we can notify who's ever submitted that we will be awarding the bid on this date. We just don't know if we're going to have that December 22nd meeting at this point, and that's what this RFP is based around.
And my question is, if we approve this, do we need, should we just commit to that meeting?
We could,
Which would take some ambiguity out.
absolutely.
And that meeting could be, is that a half day for?
No, it's a normal day for us on that Monday.
So, Kate,
So what is the date of the meeting again?
December 22nd.
it's a regularly scheduled something.
Yep. Yes.
And, so select person Pottle is on the future facilities committee, but do we need to, is this time sensitive and do we need to wait until he's here?
To answer your first question, it is time sensitive because it is, all the dates are based on approval tonight because we'd be releasing it tomorrow. He was going to send a letter. He just may not have gotten time over the weekend. He was supposed to send it to me and the select board. I did check both these emails and I didn't see it this afternoon, but he just may not have gotten time to do that.
So, but he was on the committee and I'm assuming he viewed the draft, so I'm sure he could have spoken up. So we have a quorum, so it's in the town's best interest to decide. So if you would
So
move this forward, then.
I move that we approve the RFP for civil engineering and landscape design services as submitted by the future committee.
And I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded to move forward the request for proposal civil engineering and landscape design for the town of Pownell. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none.
Should we add that we'll amend the TBD to say December 22nd in the
Thank you.
motion?
That's what
Mhm.
So with an amendment, Kate Day, that you can just nod on this one, that the meeting will be held on December 22nd to accept proposals.
Yes.
Great. You got it right?
We got it right.
Any further discussion? Yeah, Andy.
Andy O'Brien, Upper Minot Road. I just want to give a little clarifier. Once this engineering study and everything is done, that gives us the opportunity to apply for grants. Makes it a shovel-ready project for grantors.
You and the committee, did the committee ask,
Isabel,
Bell?
yes.
We did, great. Any more questions? The drafter of the RFP is here, if you want to grill him. All right, all in favor? Motion carries. Tip it.
So Susan, tomorrow, just send me one with that edited date and then we'll get it out. Perfect. Thank you.
Right, next item in business is the volunteer form for Deborah Delp, 368 Libby Road.
I've had a conversation with Deborah. So she checked her first choice was the capital asset planning. She checked her second choice, budget committee. I spoke with her when she dropped it off. Our need is bigger on the budget committee. So that is the one that she'd like to actually join as the budget committee. So we did create an oath in case you approve them.
Move that we appoint Deborah Delp to the budget committee. Date of appointment for position September 22nd. Date expires June 30th, 2026.
I second.
Moved and seconded with appreciation that we approve the appointment of Deborah Delp to the budget committee. Date of appointment September 2nd, 25, and expires June 30th, 26. All in favor? Carries. Thank you, Deborah Delp, for signing up.
You have another oath there. It didn't make it on as new business, but we do need to oath the road commissioner to be a voting member of the future facilities. That is the practice that we have done in the past.
Okay, I move that we appoint Daniel Libby to be a voting member of the Future Facilities Committee. Date of
Second.
appointment, September 22nd, 2025, term expires June 30th, 2026.
Second.
Moved and seconded to appoint Daniel Libby, voting member of the Future Facilities Committee. Date of appointment, September 22nd, date term expires June 30th, 2026. Is there any further discussion? Being none, all in favor, motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Libby. Is there any other new business? Okay, is there any old business?
I have nothing.
How are we doing on our MMA courses? You're doing very good. I've got an eyeball on you. Good for you. You're like head of the class.
Just went to.
Thank you for doing that. How'd it go?
3 more, went good.
How was the food? How was the food? Yeah.
We got 3 more classes in October. Classes done for supervising skills, and then I'll get my road call.
Great. Thank
That
you.
was the only one I needed. Well, 25 years it took me, so I got it. I'll have one.
You got it. Yeah, that's good. You taking any classes?
I'm done with the quiet class. I haven't taken any more. But I have other classes. That aren't in my big.
Um, Gonna ask the road commissioner something. How are we in our employment search? Think you're bringing good news.
Daniel Libby, Road Commissioner. We've had a couple applications and we did do an interview today and it looks really good. We're gonna tomorrow write up, I can't remember what you called it.
A letter, an employment offer. I've already drafted it.
You did already draft it. So we'll be giving that to the gentleman tomorrow. And if everything goes good with his drug and alcohol thing at Cassandra, we'll have a new employee
Oh, that's really good
in
news.
Pownell. So just before winter, we need it.
Absolutely, great.
So,
Good
yep,
work. Thank you.
thank you.
Well. Good. Any correspondence? Oh, here we go.
I'll start with the fun one. So we did get notification from CMP about the rate hikes going to the Maine Public Utilities Commission. So I have the chart here if you're interested in looking at. Overall, the impact on a resident with a 550 kilowatt hour per month over the course of 5 years would be a $35 a month impact, spread out over the course of 5 years. So we received that. But the good news of correspondence I really want to talk about is the George Roy Community Grant Program offered by Lisbon Community Federal Credit Union. These are for nonprofits. So I think there could be opportunity here. We are getting this posted up online. I've asked Jaylene to add it on the Constant Contact and get posts. The deadline to apply is November 3rd. They'll announce on December 19th, and it's up to $10,000 to help nonprofits. So we received this week, and I have the application packets at the office.
Any correspondence, Kate Day? So the North Pownell Community Outreach Center passed along a grant opportunity from the Maine Historical Preservation. Has anyone at the table read that?
I saw your email this morning. I have not had time to dive into it yet.
That's a possibility. It's pretty strict guidelines. Not quite sure how much more historical preservation we can do here, but we will not buy a heat pump. how are we doing with our dormers?
Done. Completed the work last Thursday. They look great.
Under budget, of course.
Under budget. We actually did come in under budget, about $1,000.
Okay. I've had well, there have been a number of phone calls about, carousing and roughhousing on the roads when it gets dark. I'm not quite sure, it's gonna continue. Somebody's father has lost a lot of rubber tire, on the Allen Road. And at some point in time, and I'd hate to have it happen that, there'd be an accident. So it should be commented at a meeting that there have been, multiple phone calls at 10 o'clock at night to the chairperson of the Board of Selectmen about, activity on the roads. And I asked them to call Cumberland County Sheriff. Of course, they're pretty busy doing other stuff. So we just need to note it in our meeting that I received those phone calls. Okay, Sarah. Also got a phone call. I should report out, there was a bear crossing the North Pownell Road, and they wanted to know what I could do about it. So I just needed to report that out because you really can't. Sometimes you just can't make this up. Okay. Is there any other business? Seeing none, I did have some other business. I did have a conversation with, that I need to be transparent with the Director of Transportation about a potential bus stop on the Elmwood Road at the current O's Brady, we're calling it Mobile Park. And the Director of Transportation, his words were a couple of words I can't say, but it was not going to happen. So we need to make sure to include that in our next planning board meeting. And we've received, yes.
I didn't hear the address.
This would be at the proposed Brady trailer park.
Okay, thank you.
So that would just be something that, make sure that was mentioned in public. So I have no other rambling. So I'm going to move that we go to executive session per 1 MRSA 4066A personnel matters at
7:07.
Thank you for your work on the RFP, all of you. We appreciate it. We wish you good luck and hopefully have lots of people interested.
Thank you, Laura.
Please do.
Thank you.
You want to speak up?